Good morning, sunshine. I love you. You are worthy and you value you. So I said previously that friends are here to boost you, but what I'd say a little bit better or said better is that friends are your emotional support. So that's why friends are here. They are your emotional support. And if they're not your emotional support, then um, keep looking for the ones that are. I will be your friend from a distance, but you have friends close to you. And hopefully, those friends are there for emotional support, and you're there for emotional support for them as well. And that's why we choose them, so that they are there for us. And just be careful choosing your friends because you are worthy and you value you. And today's poem, of course, is entitled Friends. I am flawed. Of course you are. I have faults. Of course you do. I am kind. I know you are. I get in fights. Of course you do. I like to help. I know you do. I am in pain. Of course you are. I can cry. Of course you do. I can laugh. I know you do. I can smile. I know you do. I care. So do I. There you go. That's my friend poem. So, the funny thing is, I was planning on writing what the difference between expectations and hopes are. And when I was using the dictionaries, I love the dictionary. So it's all about communication with me. So here we are communicating. So you can see it's all about communicating. Anyway, so I thought, well, expectations. I've always been told, oh, don't get your hopes up or don't get your expectations up because you'll just be disappointed. It's okay to be disappointed. And I would much rather have hopes and expectations. So, as Colonel Potter says, horse hockey, have expectations. It's okay. So the definition uh, of expectation versus hope is what changed my whole line of talking this morning in positive is because they're basically the same thing. There's just a belief versus a potential you think you know, but either one I believe is good. So in the Thorndike Barnhart Dictionary from 1967, and it was written before, but it's got tons of updates. But yes, I have dictionaries at home. I also have the Webster's Dictionary for Students from 2011. So these are my two dictionaries. I also have a thesaurus, and I love to look up words because I really do try to use the words that fit the description best. And I found a lot of the times with communication that the words that we use can trigger someone and don't quite hit the point that we want to make. And so I thought, oh, yes, I'm in my black sweatshirt because it's nice and cozy. um, I thought like I would say something and easy. No. Have you tried to communicate where you've said something and someone takes it completely the opposite or thinks that you're saying it because you're annoyed? Someone might know what I'm talking about. Anyway, so the expectations um, defined in the Thorndike Barnhart, it says, look forward to, think likely to happen, look forward to with reason of or confidence, desire, and feel sure of getting. And so what I was thinking, so think, suppose, guess, anticipate. Sure is fully persuaded or convinced. And so I thought, well, if you have expectations, then you're going to be disappointed. That's not true. What do we say? Horse hockey. Thank you, Colonel Potter on MASH. um, because Um, I just thought, okay, yeah, expectations aren't good because I was told that they're not good. I don't believe that anymore. I definitely think we should have expectations because oh, and then the Webster's Dictionary for Students in 2011 described expectations to think that something probably will be or happen, to await the arrival of. And I thought, well, let's not wait. Let's get on with our life. So that's got to be bad, right? Not so much. Oh, Lacey's scratching. Hey, I have a wet noodle. So I don't want her to bark. And so I go, which she doesn't mind if you see. She just thinks she's being brushed, right? But it stopped her. I could put it in front of her and it's just doesn't hurt. So wet noodle, what? Positivity with the wet noodle. It's not wet, it's just styrofoam. Anyway, there's the, now you can see it back there. Hide the wet noodle. There we go. So we don't get distracted. I do anyway, because it's fun. So anyway, I thought, okay, um, so to await meant that you're not just being here and you're just going to sit, you're just going to wait and expect it to happen. Well, that's okay sometimes. Like you're waiting for the bus, you expect it to happen. Okay. It also said to consider to be obliged. I'm not sure that I want obliged, but to consider reasonable, due, or necessary. So I don't know that we're due anything, but that could, my mind could change on that too. So we're not going to go into that. We're just going to do the expectations and the hope and the belief. So then I crossed out a bunch of stuff there because I was like, before I looked up hope, and I thought, oh, expectations. Have expectations and have hope and thinking positively. So, hope in the Thorndike Barnhart Old One, a feeling that what one desires will happen, trust, reliance, wish. It's all kind of magical. Remember the magical video? So I was thinking, hope. Yes, you have hope. You always have hope. Um, and that's good because that is a form of positive thinking, is having hope. And so I thought it was better than expectations, but not necessarily. My mind changes. I'm not set in my ways, except thinking positively. I'm definitely set in that. But so many other things. If somebody comes along and says something to me, I absolutely will consider it and think about it and ponder it and look it up and figure how they presented it to me differently than what I was thinking might be a good idea. So try not to be too stuck in a belief that you're absolutely right, because then you can't learn. You know, if you know something, you can't learn anything. Remember that one. If you know, you can't learn. So I know that that house was number 3, and then you go there and it was number 2. And you're like, oh. So um, if if you know something like you have to turn left to get there, okay, obviously that's okay. But if you're having a conversation and trying to communicate with somebody and you know, change that a little bit and see if you can open your mind to have a good conversation and understand where they're coming from. And let's all try and go to the dictionary and look it up, or do it on your phone and look up what that word means and say, is that exactly what I meant? Because it may be taken differently than it was meant. So let's keep working on that communication. Me too. So to hope in the student dictionary, to desire, especially with expectation. So this went, blew my mind. What? Hope and expectation? That the wish will be granted. So, absolutely, who hasn't thrown a penny in a wishing well? Or even just wished upon a star? Or, oh, okay, sidetrack. You can wish on anything. So, I was taught that you can wish on anything. So, I actually had a book of what you can wish on. So I had train. So if you're sitting at a train track and you're going, oh, this is going to take forever, you can wish on the last train. So what you do is you make a wish and then you start from whatever car is in front of you and you go, yes, no, maybe so. Yes, no, maybe so. And then when it gets to the end, that's your answer. So that's one way to wish. Oh, and if you eat the tip of a pie last, you can make a wish on that. There's so many things you can make a wish on. Um, make it fun. So then the definition of optimistic in the Thorndike dictionary, the old one, tending to look on the bright side. Belief, again, belief, that everything will turn out for the best. There's Lacey. And then the Webster's Student Dictionary, feeling or belief that good things will happen. So, um, so expectations, hope, and optimism, being optimistic, is pretty much all the same thing. It's just somebody once said to me, like I said, I'm that if you have the expectations that you're going to be disappointed, it's okay. Again, it's okay to be disappointed, but it's also okay to have hope, belief, and expectations and optimism. I like the quote, expect the best, plan for the worst. And no one person coined that phrase, but many of us know it as the idea of balancing optimism with practical planning, same as we make our own luck. So people have always called me lucky, and I've always said that I'm lucky. And I have worked very hard for everything that I've gotten, but I'm also very lucky. And so always ask for the help and the luck, and you'll be lucky too. So the challenge today is to find all the positive messages that you can and apply them to you. You can be anyone you want to. And something that I've said, I don't know if I heard it or if I made it up, but nothing is impossible. Sometimes it just takes longer. I'm sure I heard it, but I could have made it up. I don't know. But I think it's great because everyone's, oh, that's impossible. And I say, nothing's impossible. Sometimes it just takes longer. Imagine water boring a hole in a rock. Would you say, oh, that one drip of water is going to make a hole in that rock? And somebody would say, that's impossible. No, there's proof everywhere that that's not. So just remember that. And sometimes it takes a little longer. So I've had people that I thought were close to me, saying that I was disappointed. Okay, don't worry about that. If somebody says to you, I don't want you getting your hopes up because you'll be disappointed, it's okay to be disappointed. If we don't go for it, we're almost guaranteed not to get it. I mean, flukes happen if we don't go for it and we just get it anyway. It happens. It's luck. So I believe in you. Have expectations, have hopes and dreams and beliefs, and think positively and be optimistic. And sure, we might fall flat on our face like I did yesterday. I was walking Lacey and walking down the street and I said, good morning. And then I waved and went straight down. I have nice cuts on my knee. Luckily, it's cold. So I was all bundled up. And so I'm laying down in the ground. And you know how you watch a video and then somebody jumps up, I'm okay. That's what I did. So they're standing there going, and I said, I'm okay. Jumped up and I am okay. I I believe that I will always be okay. So far, so good. So, um, my expectation is that I will always be okay. I'll be careful now too, but um, I've fallen a bunch of times with Lacey because the sidewalk's tall, or she heads over and sees a squirrel, whatever. I just laugh. I do laugh at myself a lot. So I'm here to say, go for it. I'm your positive support. I love you. You are worthy. You value you, and you believe in you. You got this.
Mwah. I love you.